And what's up, fam? Arthur here. For anybody who's new here, this channel is all about guys who want to grow up and become strong, rugged, masculine men. The kind of guys know how to put on some muscle, who eat right, diet, who know how to go out, meet women. They're confident in their lives. These are the kind of guys that this channel is all about, working to help to grow and develop. Life is a journey. Life is a journey. Sometimes we need that little helping hand to help us get there. So if that's what you're looking to achieve in your life, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe and get buckled up for the journey, because we're going to be continuing with Deida's The Way of the Superior Man, a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of women, work, and sexual desire. Continuing on here with Chapter 8, Lean Just Beyond Your Edge. Now, when I first read this, I didn't quite understand what he meant by your edge. What does that mean? Well, if you imagine for a second, let's just use a simple example here. Let's say you're doing a workout, and let's say you can do 10 push-ups, okay? Easy example. Let's say you can do 10 push-ups. It's not difficult for you to get down on the ground and do 10 push-ups, right? So if you were doing a workout and you only did 5 push-ups, right, you wouldn't be leaning into your edge. You'd be pretty comfortable. You're like, yeah, five's easy, no problem, right? But if 10 is kind of your upper limit, then if you were to do 11, if you were to do 12, you're now entering that state of discomfort. You're now pushed just a little bit beyond what you're normally comfortable doing. And so that's where this concept of your edge is. Your edge is kind of that point where you start moving from comfort to discomfort. And as a man, the only way for us to continuously and perpetually grow is to lean into our edge, right? Just to go back to that push-up example. If you can do 10 today, tomorrow do 11, and then the next day do 12, and then later in the week do 15, and then later in the month do 20, and each time you're just incrementally growing and growing and growing and just going a little bit further. Right now, that example is easy because it's very quantifiable. It's a number, but the same concept applies whether you're at your job and you're going for a promotion, right? We all know that point where we can kind of coast and relax, right? You know what I mean? Where you do just enough not to get in trouble, right? We all kind of know where that spot is, right? Leaning into your edge would be like, okay, doing that little bit extra now to go a bit above and beyond, to help your boss out, to really move projects forward, and to really, line yourself up for that promotion, as an example, right? So lean just beyond your edge. In any given moment, a man's growth is optimized if he leads just beyond his edge, his capacity, his fear. He should not be too lazy, happily stagnating in the zone of security and comfort. Nor should he push far beyond his edge, because that's the other thing too. You learn about this edge and you're like, I'm going to push right into it. If you push too far into your edge, you might actually, again, to use the exercise analogy, you might injure yourself. You might injure your body, right? Or if you go do the work example, right, you may work too many late nights and burn yourself out, right? So if you push too far beyond your edge, you can actually hurt and injure yourself. So it's about incremental growth here, those 1% gains. Stressing himself unnecessarily, unable to metabolize his experience, he should lean just slightly beyond that edge of fear and discomfort constantly in everything he does, right? Again, whether that's exercise, whether that's women, whether that's work, whether that's just anything that you do in your life, you're always pushing yourself just to that state of being discomfort. That's the word. Once you are honest with yourself about your real edge, it is best to lean just beyond it. Very few men have the guts for this practice. Most men either settle for the easy path or self-aggrandize themselves by taking the extreme hard path. I think we've all done that at some point, being like, you know what? I'm going to do the really difficult thing here because that's going to make me special or something. I'm super guilty of that. Your insecurity may cause you to doubt yourself, and so you take the easy way, not even approaching your real edge or your real gift. Alternatively, your insecurity may lead you to push, 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 seeking to become victorious over your own sense of lack. Both approaches avoid your actual condition in the moment, which is often fear. If you are stressfully avoiding your fear, you cannot relax into being fearless. Your fear is the sharpest definition of yourself. You should know it. You should feel it virtually constantly. Fear needs to become your friend so that you are no longer uncomfortable with it. Rather, primary fear shows you that you are at your edge. Staying with the fear, staying at your edge allows real transformation to occur. Neither lazy nor aggressive playing your edge allows you to perceive the moment with the least amount of distortion. You are willing to be with what is rather than trying to escape it by pulling back from it, trying to escape it by pushing beyond it into some future goal. Fear of fear may lead you to hang back, living a lesser life than you are capable. Let me say that again here. Fear of fear may lead you to hang back, living a lesser life than you are capable. Fear of fear may lead you to push ahead, living a false life, off-center, tense, and missing the moment. But the capacity to feel this moment, including your fear, without trying to escape it, creates a state of alive and humble spontaneity. You are ready for the unknown as it unfolds. Since you are not pulled back or pushed forward from the horizon of the moment, you are hanging right over the edge. By leaning just beyond your fear, you challenge your limits compassionately without trying to escape the feeling of fear itself. You step beyond the solid ground of security with an open heart. You stand in the space of unknowingness, raw and awake. Here, the gravity of deep being will attend you. Oh, one more time here. Will attend you to the only place where fear is obsolete, the eternal free fall of home where you always are. Own your fear and lean just beyond it in every aspect of your life, starting now. And that's the key point here, right? Is you go beyond that state of feeling comfortable and secure, right? Because if you always feel safe, comfortable, secure, you're never uneasy, you're never fearful, you're never doubting, then that's a sign that you're actually staying in a place that's too comfortable. And it's worth, if you want to actually grow and evolve into your life, you have to start making those, again, baby steps, but you start stepping into that unknown, into that discomfort, and seeing what happens, right? Again, just as a very simple prime example, recording this video right now, I don't necessarily know what's gonna happen to this. Where's this gonna go? I'm a little bit, there's a part of me that's a little bit fearful right now of like recording this video and putting it out there for the world to see. And, are people going to like it? Are they not going to like it? Is it going to be successful? Is it not going to be successful, right? All of those fears, all of those doubts are obviously within me. But there's a part of me that knew, okay, I need to step into that fear and just put it out there and just do it anyway. And let's see what happens. What's the worst that's going to happen, right? Because if I always live my life in a state of fear, how am I ever going to grow? And I don't want to be at that point in my life when I'm 80 years old looking back on this moment and then feeling full of regret. So that's just an example of what it looks like to step into your edge. All right, fam, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, if you've had a chance to like, subscribe. If you have any comments, throw your comments down below, whether you agree, whether you disagree, anything on your mind about this topic, share it down below. I love hearing from you. And with that, we will see you soon.